Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and today we will be checking out Betrayer. This is a first-person action-adventure game, and no, nothing is wrong with your screen. This is the game's design. The game is built in black and white with splashes of red, basically on anything that's a major point of interest. And it's set in the 17th century colonial Virginia. Basically the concept is you have taken a ship from England over here to the New World. Looks like our boat has crashed here, and we just need to explore and find out what's going on. In fact, this game is primarily focused on exploration and discovery with limited guidance. So they're trying to have you experience the world without necessarily telling you everything and holding your hand step by step. I know that's a game design that a lot of people really enjoy. That's one of the reasons why, for example, people really like Dark Souls, because you're not really told what to do every step of the way. Something that we took note of at the very start of this video, I'll just immediately address. The aesthetic, I think, for some people might be hard to get by, because it's just very different. Having an entire world in black and white, it's very different. It's very weird. I have to be honest with you. After playing this game briefly before starting to record this video, it's a little off-putting for certain reasons, and I'll sort of address those as we move along. But for one reason, just like, look at this. Like, what the hell am I looking at? Now I obviously know that it's the side of I know it's the side of this little hill here, but as I go close, I have no idea. Like, there's no detail. I can't, you know, you can't complain about the grass in this game because you can't even see the grass. So and it's brought up issues for me for a few reasons, one of which is trying to retrieve arrows, which we'll discuss as we go through. There's a mysterious lady in red. She is a central focus of the storyline here in this game. And let's try to figure out what the heck's going on here. Okay, so I hope I may trust you. I cannot take any chances. Know that the Spanish fleet did not intercept your ship by mere chance. You'll find more enemies than friends here and more questions than answers. So yeah, you've taken a ship from England to the New World, and you're trying to figure out what's going on in this colonial town. Where it's set in colonial Virginia, and things are just, besides the entire world being set in black and white, which I don't know if your character's supposed to know about this, but they make that a focal point when they talk about this game. They say, try to discover the mystery of this colorless world with splashes of red, basically. So I'm not sure if your character, the ship crashed and you woke up and everything was in black and white. You know what I mean? Or if it's just us as the player who's supposed to be experiencing it like that. I'm just, story-wise, it seems a little bit confusing to me. Also, I do need to quickly mention here, this is an alpha build of the game. The game is available through the Steam Early Access program. So this is a very early build of the game. This is not feature complete. It is not the final product. Alright, you will need a weapon. This bow shall serve until you can find better. Recover your arrows whenever you can. Beware the Spaniards, for they are much changed and are now more beast than men. I have found them easiest to kill when catching them unaware, as their rage makes them stronger. Arrows may sometimes deflect, so be ready to use your dagger if they get close. So you've got an array of different weapons at the moment. Starting off the game, you begin with this dagger here, which we can slice people with E. And then I have obviously this ranged bow that I can use here, and we can zoom in a little bit, we can cock it back, and you can actually cancel that with the R button for reloading. So there's that. So yeah, it's an exploration game. You're supposed to move around this world and just, again, try to get bits and pieces of information as you move about. So here we go, we got an enemy charging at us. I was supposed to be stealthy up until this point, but you know, whatever. Couple of arrows right into his chest, and then we can recover them. So I talked about the difficulty of recovering arrows. So there have been instances, say there was a guy right over here, and I go like this and I fire an arrow into him. There have been instances where I walked into the area that I thought the arrow was, but I was unable to recover it. So I should be able to recover this arrow, and it's simply by walking over it. It's nothing that we have to interact with, but I'm guessing I just don't know where it bounced. And you can't see it because the entire game is in black and white. Like, I like that they're doing something different, but just gameplay-wise, there are some real annoyances. They can circumvent this if they make any ammunition just super bright red and very obvious so that you can pick it up. But let me try to prove my point here that this should work. So I'm gonna shoot this arrow. Oh, I don't, where did it bounce? Oh crap, I lost another one. All right, let me try just shooting small. Okay, there it is. It's right here, right here. We're gonna recover it, right? There, you see? So you see, you can recover arrows, because I just did. But I just lost 2 arrows because I shot them and then I can't find them because the entire world's in black and white. Let me just prove this once again. I'm gonna do a small shot, try to see where it landed. I think it ricocheted to the right. I think I saw it ricochet to the right. There it is. Okay, so I picked it up. But yeah, I mean, there's no, it's tough, man. It's really annoying. Can I do it into the tree or is it gonna bounce off? Okay, so it does go into the tree. So there you go. Perfect example. You know, there's the arrow. I can see it now because it's sitting plainly on a white backdrop, but whenever it goes into the brush or something in a black backdrop, it's like impossible. Whereas in other games where you can recover arrows, you can look for them and actually have the opportunity to see them. But at the moment, that's not the case. I don't want to hang on this particular gripe though, because like I said, there are ways they can circumvent that issue just by making it more clear when there's ammunition in a black location. And the other thing I don't know, because I have not made my way very far in this game, I have just started things out right before making this video, I don't know if the world eventually becomes color. I have no idea if it's going to be black and white for the entire game or not. I think it is. I don't think it's going to switch over to color. I think that this is just their visual aesthetic that they've chosen to go with. So yeah. Alright, so that's that. Enough talking about the visual design. You guys probably have your opinion set on that one way or the other by now anyways. You don't need me to tell you. We do have a tomahawk now that we can throw with G. It's just going to, you know, you throw it with G, sort of just work, it's a throwing weapon besides your main weapon here. So let's go ahead and line up our crosshairs and then throw a tomahawk at him. There you go. So yeah, anything of note will be glowing in red, be it enemies, things that you can interact with in the environment. So, you know, it's about exploration, but it's not like I can go around and pick up mushrooms on the ground or anything. Anything that you'll be able to interact with at the moment in the game, in its current alpha state, is lit up in red, so it's very obvious in terms of it's something that you can do. But yeah, stealthing around, I was supposed to stealth up on those first couple of guys. You just do that with C. It's just a normal crouch system. And it's funny because I first started playing this and I'm like, oh, this kind of feels, I mean, especially, oh no! Here's the other thing. The combat is kind of weird. So you've seen me fight guys, right? But when there's an enemy, it seems like as soon as they run up to you, you just die. Like there's no fighting to actually be had. He runs up to you and you die. That's the combat, literally. Let me try to showcase this here for you. There's no, basically, if I don't hit him first, then I'm dead. And that little red glowing, that's where I died. Basically, I can go there and to recover any items that have been dropped. So if he just runs up to me, watch this. I want you to watch this. There's like no combat that takes place. He just runs up to me and I die. Ready? That's literally it. That really bugged me. That really bothered me because I'm like, what so you just, it's a thing, it seems like you can't get hit. If you get hit, you're dead. Not even hit. This guy just like runs into me and absorbs my soul or something. I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but essentially the combat is don't let enemies get close to you. Now you can fight them. In fact, I found it very reliable. If you get the timing right, you can just melee them with your dagger and you're A-okay. Let me see if I can get that timing right here. I think you just need to do it like a split second before they get too close to you. That was not the right timing. That was the worst thing I have ever seen. Check out Betrayer. Watch Force die 5 times in a row. To be fair, the first like 3, except for the first death, I didn't know he was coming. And since there's no really opportunity to fight back, I just died. The second death was on purpose, and that third death, that was totally just me being bad. I didn't get the timing right. But yeah, the combat is weird. It seems like you just fight them at range, you know? You can't let them get close. You just throw your tomahawk. You throw your tomahawk at them, and you have to take them out. So let's go into sort of what this game the strength of this game, what this game is trying to do. It's obviously got this eerie black and white setting, you know, we're in this mysterious colonial place that's been inhabited by spirits and stuff. The exploration and discovery, that's where this game is supposed to shine. Now, you'll notice at the top we've got this Skyrim style map, and it works very similar to how it does in Skyrim, how it does in Elder Scrolls games. The Elder Scrolls Online, for example, uses a similar map system like this. Points of interest, anything that you're going to want to move towards will be located on that compass style map at the top. And you'll notice there's like this little circle over here. So what we can do is we can bring up the map with M, and I can show you there's a general map overview, and any of these big sort of X'd areas, these highlighted areas, you can warp to. So actually, for example, there was a coastal area over here that we started out with. This is where we started at the beach, and then we made our way to the second totem, and then we loaded on in to the Fort Henry area, which is where we are now. So yeah, you can fast travel to any of those locations, and then take a look at this, the compass key. So the different shapes represent different things. We've got quests, destinations, mysteries, area exits for exiting, zoning from one area to the other, healing locations, which we're going to see one of those here in town. There are also dropped items and player loot that you can pick up. So all of that stuff, all those symbols are what is represented on your compass map here. And they don't ever appear to be represented in this map. It's just in the compass map that this key is actually makes any sense. So yeah, we've got this town here, this first little fort. So let's go ahead and try to, again, solve the mystery of what's going on here. Okay, so we have unlocked the Fort Henry destination. We can go to our map, and now this is something that we can fast travel to from there to there, if we so desire. And also the journal was updated, so here's our journal so far. These were the arrow messages that we got from the girl in the red, and then here's the first first bit of information from Fort Henry. So as you uncover the clues, all of that will be kept in your notebook if you ever need to go back and try to figure out what's going on. Also, you do have an inventory for any weapons and stuff that you've picked up, as well as charms, which I guess sort of just work like a gear system, if you will. Any specific clues just to the main storyline will be here, and then colonist, which we don't have any of those at the moment. Okay, so let's exit out of here. We've got this little chest over here. This is the store. Very strange. Dear sir or madam, I have come into possession of a number of fine items that I will gladly part with for a modest sum. I believe you will find these wares to be of exceptional quality and indisputable value. I will put my trust in your honor to leave payment for whatsoever you choose to purchase. Please check back from time to time to see if any new items I may have acquired. So we're not dealing with a shopkeeper, we're dealing with a chest that we can purchase stuff from. So you can see different weapons that we have here, as well as ammunition and a quiver. That's currently what is available. And then the loot is your currency, they just call it loot. So you need X amount of loot to purchase whatever one of these items. That is the store here in this first town. And then over here, what is this item? This is a note from the Journal of Barnaby Burden. The Savage King, whom they call Werowance, was much pleased by our gifts of tools and trinkets and gave us in return an abundance of corn and bear meat, which is an excellent... Ooh, that's pretty cool. We were they got a ton of awesome prizes. We were served by his daughter, Amonute, a most inquisitive and lovely girl. So a little update to our notebook there, because we discovered a new clue. And again, any points of interest, anything worthwhile, will be highlighted with this reddish hue. Let's take a look at this second note here. From the correspondence of William Eastgrove, according to our prisoner, the Spaniards seek to destroy settlements that might be used for privateering against their treasure fleet and will surely come to us again, at us again. We need reinforcements if we are able to repel further attacks. So it looks like they did not get those reinforcements that they needed. Ooh, and I picked up a charm here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. So we got this charm, and the charm does reload muskets 10% faster, which I don't even have a musket at the moment. But once I do, that will be a nice charm for me to have. Was there something up here too? Yeah, it looks like these arrows are highlighted in red. Can I pick these up? No. This is just a clue. Indian arrows that were most likely intended for the head of a century. And I can't, unfortunately... Kind of frustrating, but I can't actually pick these areas up because these are environmental clues to the story, not actual bits of ammunition for me, unfortunately enough. There's something in here. Oh no, that's just the tree. And so here's something else that's weird. Far as I can tell, everything that's highlighted in red is supposed to be a clue, but sometimes like some of the foliage in the area will also be of reddish hue. And I can't interact with it or anything, so I'm not entirely sure the intended purpose. I don't know if that's not supposed to be that way and it just accidentally is, but that's how it is. And again, just one of the things that continues to shine through in this black and white setting is just there's zero detail. This is just a blob to me. It's a little shed, but it just, I don't know. It's been hard for me to get by, but I think that, you know, if you can get by it, maybe you will find enjoyment in this game. Some more clues here from the correspondence of Lewis Archer. I regret that we cannot spare any men to send to Fort Henry if we are harried constantly by the naturals who have recently grown more hostile. Oh, wow. So they've been, those are the Indians, I'm assuming, that were giving them a hard time from the Indian arrows that we saw earlier. Here is an ornate bell. It appears to be in good condition. It could probably be remounted from where it hung. And then all of a sudden we have, oh wait, that's the circle from before. And then we've got this area all of a sudden highlighted to replace the bell. Before we do though, this one last thing in town. I think that's the one last thing. Let me quickly go check the outer fringe here. I don't think there was anything else over here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Well, there's something like this guy right here. Take a look at this. Figure appears to be human. However, it is only ash and ember. So it's very strange. There are definitely hues of horror in this game. Things that are certainly look like they may be frightening. Is this? Okay, just more arrows, right? Okay, so this is healing right here. So it's like a little barrel, and you go up to the barrels and they restore your health. I don't know if it's supposed to be a barrel of blood, but the barrel restores your health if you are low on health. Was there anything? I thought, did I just see something that I could interact with over here? No, there's another person, another ash figure. Okay, so let me show you here. This is the bell, and then this happened. Ring the bell. The world completely changes over to this much darker toned area, and then all of a sudden this guy appears. This really creeped me out, especially since his head follows you and he's just kind of standing still. So let's go talk to him and figure out what the heck's going on. Stay back! What manner of fiend are you? I mean you no harm, good sir. What do you want of me? Only to ask some questions. Then ask, and haunt me no further. What happened to you? I can't remember, only that someone was screaming and that I must be made to pay. For what? My sins, but I am sure that I have done nothing to invite such wrath. Where is everyone? That's a good question. Lost in this darkness, as I was, their voices carry on the wind. Can you not hear them? I hear only the echo of the bell. Then you are not listening. You must listen if you wish to hear. I shall heed your advice. So, now all of a sudden we have the ability to listen. So just take a listen. So I have yet to find an actual use for this. But whenever you hit X, the wind picks up, becomes more audible, and I've heard faint traces of talking. Now that sounds creepy and super in-depth. What it most likely equates to is there's probably just certain locations where we have to walk to, hit X, and then we'll hear someone talking to us. But as of now, it's just dead wind, and I'm just assuming that if I make my way to this destination spot on my compass map, which is straight ahead here, south by southwest, that I'm eventually going to find what I need to find. What are you doing? Oh no, the tomahawk missed. Okay, let's go melee him. There's like a recharge on the melee too, so you can't be. Where's the tomahawk? I got him. Oh, where's the tomahawk? I threw it at him, and it completely missed. But I should be able to re-pick it back up. Once again, the frustration of not being able to see your weapons because everything's in black and white. So I guess that's pretty much going to do it. I just wanted to show you some of the beginning and give you conceptually some of the ideas behind this game and show you a little bit of gameplay. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force checking out Betrayer. The game is currently in the alpha. Now, damn it. If you would like to play, it's available through Steam's Early Access for $14.99. The Early Access part of the game, as it stands, includes the introductory area, which is basically where we are now, and then one large region to explore, with more large regions planned to come in the future. The idea is you walk around this world and you try to figure things out, piece the clues together to what happened, why these demon things are here, and all that stuff. That's basically what this game is. So there you go. Thanks again for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep strafing. I mean owning. Damn, I don't even, whatever.